singer-songwriters. Everything before that, we're going to say, fuck that. We're going to start again. Are you fine with the
Yes.
way you asked that question? Can I
Yeah, of
re-answer
course.
that?
Yeah. I was about to suggest if we're gonna start over. Don't worry.
Okay, fantastic. So can
Okay.
I re-answer that?
Okay. Let me
Perfect.
try to ask that again. Okay. So I want to start
This
this.
is going great.
Of course, I want to start this by asking you. Tell us a little bit more about how Cash started and how you got into music.
Yeah, okay. Now we're a bit more calm. You can hear me, you can see me. It's cool. Cast started, my parents made Cast. They were both musicians. I got into jingle writing from an early age, and things kind of just went south there, and the music was the only thing that kind of kept me going. And that's how Cast started. I was born to do music, and I'm still doing it. She's still here doing the music.
Right. That's amazing. So I heard a little bit about, how things went south with your parents doing music, but what made you still pursue music despite the fact that you've witnessed such things such things in music with your parents? What made
Yeah.
you still, tell yourself, okay, I'm still going to do music. This is really for me.
It was like my only friend. It was like my only constant through everything. Yeah, for sure. That's what made me
That's so
pursue.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Right, right. So music was your friend back then. All right. So now growing up and deciding that, okay, I'm going to pursue music. This is what I want to do. This is what I love to do. Well, aside from your parents, of course, who do you think is, yeah, like your biggest inspiration in music? If there's like an artist, like someone in your family, or well, aside from your parents, so who could that be?
Yeah, I mean, I think I would definitely say any female artist that's breaking the boundary. It shifts and it changes, but I've got a few constants, a few heroes, a few mentors, you know what I mean? Funnily enough, no one would say this, but like Bjork is a huge inspiration of mine. Yeah, I try to throw in a little bit of Bjorky Bjork and everything that I do. She's so out there. I love Fiona Apple. I love SZA. I don't even, I hope I'm not mispronouncing her name. She's just so feisty and she's such a great lyricist. Then getting into Mitski. Any of the sad girl alt pop divas, they're my girlies for sure. Yeah.
Got it, got it. That's amazing because I've noticed that every musician always has their like someone or several artists that they really like. I'm looking up to these people. Like these are my inspiration in doing my music, right? So just want to know yours as well. All right. So
Wait. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I just have to say it's Björk like jerk. Apparently, it's Björk.
okay, okay, no worries, no worries
We got
about
it. We
that.
got it. I'm so
All good, all good. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Now tell me about, so you said when you were a kid you kind of like started rapping in jingles while making your jingles, right? But
Yeah.
growing up, what do you think was that one genre of music that you're so inclined into?
Oh, R&B, like for sure. R&B for sure. I could like at the roots, I could definitely not really tap into being this like white girl in South Africa. Like, but I love the feel. I love the feel.
Exactly. R&B is, I don't know, R&B clearly stands out, I guess, among all the genres. Not being biased here, but I also love R&B because of the kind of mood that it brings you into. It's really something.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Awesome.
Yes, yes. Now that you're doing music, I've watched your videos on TikTok, on Instagram. You have this energy. You have this huge energy in you. Okay, um, where do you kind of get that kind of energy that you release your music and you share to the people? Because it's really something.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even want to try and label what it is, but I guess it's like my dad was a very quirky human being. The word quirky is so cringy, but like he was so out there, and I think that that's where I get that from. But yeah, I think it's important to just try and find your way to uh, okay, let me say it like this. All right, I'm an absurdist. There we are. I'm an absurdist. I love absurdism. That's my philosophy in life. And I try to just live absurdly. So that's the energy.
Amazing, amazing. It makes you very special as a performer. If you have this certain things, certain kinds of energy that you share to your audience and to the people, and we
Yeah.
remember you that way. We associate, remember, oh, Cass has this certain energy, that kind of thing. So
Thanks.
yeah, that's really amazing. Now, let's say you're given a chance to like do anything musically. What would you think would be your dream musical performance? Do you want to perform in the biggest theater in the world, biggest stage in the world? Like, tell me about that dream performance that you have.
I think my dream performance would be to an intimate crowd, but it would be utilizing something like, I'm so embarrassed I don't remember the name right now, but there are these gloves that I think it was Imogen Heap. She came up with these gloves, these technological gloves that you could like, yeah, you can manipulate like what you're singing and the music with your fingers, something like that. Just something using technology live on stage to an intimate crowd. I think that would be my dream performance for sure.
Wow, that's amazing. That's very unique because we could have imagined musicians telling us that they want to perform on a huge stage in front of a million people, but you want to perform in an intimate crowd using these tech things. Why do
Yeah.
you why is that your dream performance? I really got curious about that. Tell me more.
Well, I guess well, how special would it be? How beautiful would it be to share that moment with just a few small people who could really just appreciate a moment in time where you're utilizing something that, imagine someone that Beethoven had his hands in something like that. That would be just majestical if I could manipulate something in that moment in time with an intimate group of people like that that could just like appreciate it that same way. That kind of catharsis would be something I'd appreciate more, for sure.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. That's really, really amazing. Now, I've had a chance to really look at some of your songs, okay, and you really, I really like your music. But here's what I want to know: among all of the songs that you have, what is that one piece that you think best represents Cass?
Alrighty. I'd say Regress. Regress is my favorite song that I've ever made. I played keys on that initially. The sound design was just my producer Dean and I. We just adore that kind of sound design. That FKA Twigsy almost inspired. I love her as well. Kind of sound design, and it's the most real thing. It keeps repeating itself in my life. In fact, if you had to go the piece of the piece that is like my best that I've ever written is the bridge in that track, that All My Wounds Heal bit. Oh, it's so real for me. It's like every day.
Oh, nice, nice. That's amazing. Um, is there a certain like part in your life where you got inspiration and use that to write that song of yours, that favorite piece of yours?
Yeah, actually, thanks for asking. Yeah, I was in this long term relationship. It was somewhat toxic, but love can be that way, you know. Believe this human was like the love of my life, and we just had like this terrible argument, and he told me I had to leave, and I walked outside. And I noticed one of my scars as soon as I took the plaster off outside while I was playing with it, having a ciggy after this fight, like it almost immediately started healing. I was like, that's ridiculous. Like all my wounds heal at the slightest exposure to air. And it was almost like metaphoric for what I was going through as well. I was like, you need to get out of here, girl. Like you need some air. And then I left. I left the relationship. So
Wow, I mean, look at the magic that you're doing. Like that is a really devastating time in your life, but you are able to create something beautiful out of it through a song
thank
that
you.
will be
Thanks.
forever be listened by people like us, who are also inspired, by what you write, by what you share to us. Because I really believe that some songs really serve as an inspiration for people. Songs give us an amazing kind of energy, amazing kind of mood, and even a song can change a life for some reason. So,
I love that about music. Thank you. Yeah, for
oh
sure.
yeah,
Thanks.
right, right. Okay, since you mentioned that, I was about really to ask, what's the best thing? The best thing, top of your list that you love about music?
That I can move my body to it. I love dancing.
That's
Yeah,
amazing. Okay, and if there's one thing that you hate about music, what's that?
the industry.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little bit into publishing. I actually co-own a publishing company with my mom. My dad passed away. I got his shares in that, and they started that together. So it's a brutal dog eat dog industry, I must say. And I don't know that it rides so much on passion and talent so much as a whole package and what's marketable, and that's no secret. So it's sad and scary, and making money off of art is always scary, but also it's great if you're an opportunist in that kind of way. I don't know, I'm scared of money.
Okay, got it. Now, since you are, you have your publishing company and you have a huge participation in the music industry because you have a publishing company. Given the chance through your company, what would you do to make some change in the industry?
Okay, well, I don't know if you know much about the South African Music Rights Organization in South Africa. That's our CMO. And for years and years and years, there's been a lot of shady dealings going on there. I mean, look, they're great. I appreciate them. Thank you for collecting my royalties, Samra. But at the same time, we all know, everybody knows. And I think I just like to, I guess, just get the musicians their money due, their due money. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Fight for musicians' rights using my
Wow,
little
that's
publishing
amazing.
company. Yeah, yeah,
That's beautiful. Right. So, well, clearly, I guess throughout your life, we all have our ups and downs. Like growing up, you pursued music and everything. If you had the chance to talk to your childhood self, to that little Cass, what would you tell her?
I think Lady Gaga said it quite well. I'm not as eloquent as her, but she did say something along the lines of, "Don't chase love, don't chase a man or a woman or whatever you're into. Um, go for your career, because your career is not going to wake up one morning and decide it doesn't love you." So,
Wow, I love that. That's really really nice.
right? Thanks, Gaga.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I totally agree. Well, most of us, probably those who are listening to us, you know, um, we tend to chase or give out energy probably to people or things that would not give out the same energy that or the love that we deserve, right? So
That's so true.
right. So it really takes the courage to pursue something that, you think is really worth pursuing. And what you
Agreed.
did for your music, you pursued your music, you put all into it. And now you're here sharing beautiful music to us, inspiring people, which is really amazing. So, yeah. Okay, just
I
one like
appreciate it.
fun question or something that because we've seen you from your videos and your songs. What's that one thing that us probably don't know about you?
Ooh, one thing you maybe don't know about me. I guess I would say, um, I suffer from a thing called polycystic ovarian disease. And I think that like people need to know more about that and be more aware about that, more sensitive to things like that. It's difficult being a female in the society suffering from such things. And word out to my ladies. I think that's one thing nobody knows about me, really. Yeah.
Wow, that's inspiring. I mean, I think that's one of the parts of yourself. And thank you for sharing. Appreciate that because a lot of people would again get inspiration from you. I mean, I know it's hard to have such kind of health issue that you have to fight for, but You still continue what you love doing. You still do music, despite all of these things you know, um, that that's happening in your body, happening around you. So that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Now, if there's one word that you could just use to describe how music changed your life, what would that be?
One word to
Just one
use
word.
to describe to describe.
Yeah, the impact that music brought to your life. Yeah.
Uh, all
How would you
right.
describe music? Just one word. First
Uh,
comes off to mind.
mellifluous. That was the first
Okay.
word. I
Okay.
don't. I
Okay.
don't know. I don't know how I justify it, but it was the first word. I guess it's just like adding color,
Right.
adding melody, yeah, to life.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, just thought, would would there be a time, or I'll put it this way, what would make you stop doing music? Is there something that would make you stop doing what you're doing right now?
I go through dips. I do. I think the most discouraging thing for me, but it's also the most uplifting thing, is I guess I've been in many shady situations just being a woman in the industry, the way that some especially unfortunately men can be with artists in the studio with whatever the situation is. I think that was the most discouraging for me. I've had a few situations like that, but it's also the most feel like it fuels me because it's like I'm not going to let you, take this away from me. But I think if you have one too many of those things, I don't know. I think that might just break my spirit. But I hope not. I really, certainly hope not. Because men are. I've met a few gentlemen. I have. I really have. A few guys that have taken care of me. My producer is an amazing man. His name is Dean. He produces everything that I do, and yeah, it's men like that give me hope for sure. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's beautiful. See, you did it again. It's beautiful that rather than you seeing those things as something that could stop you from pursuing what you do, it fuels you further. You know?
I guess, thank you, but I guess then I didn't answer your question, did I? What is the one thing that'll stop me from making
No,
music? Is
no, no, it's fine. Yeah.
World War Three. World War Three.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Got it, got it. All right, all right, all right. I got you. Okay, interesting. Okay.
but maybe
Now,
that's when you have to make the most music, actually, and nothing will stop me from making music. That's the
there you
answer.
go. There you go. I knew you're not gonna stop. Like, with you radiate with positivity.
Thank
You
you. I
know.
appreciate
So
that.
yeah. So I really feel that. So
Thanks.
I think that you should really continue to share that positivity, that energy through your songs, and just share it to us, share it to the world, because um, your music deserves to be listened to.
Thank you.
Right
My
now,
family would agree.
right now, you having all of these struggles, all of these challenges, and throughout your life, and now you're still here. You're making it. You're continuing to do what you love. And I know a lot of people also have this passion for music, most especially probably the little ones, but they're probably, you know, filled with fear or doubt, if they can do it. What's one piece of advice that you could tell them about pursuing music, pursuing what they love to do, just like how you did it?
Alrighty. Do focus on that one thing that you love. Focus on that one thing that you love, and everything else will fall into place. Trust me.
Wow, that's amazing. Laser focused, straight and simple. And I totally agree with you, by the way.
Right?
I
Right?
totally agree.
Right?
Right.
Totally. Thank you. Thank you. Right?
Amazing. And just to wrap up this
Yeah.
very very fun interview that we have.
This was so fun. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I've learned a lot of things from you, by the way. So pick one artist that you would love to have a duet with, and pick one song that you would like to sing with that artist. What would that be?
Oh, okay. I mean, does it count if I said I'd like to write a song rather, or would you prefer that I pick a cover?
Yeah, a cover probably. Let's see.
Okay, let me pick a cover. Okay, I am going to pick Eartha Kitt. I love Eartha Kitt, and I'd love to do Paper Moon with her.
Oh wow, that's amazing. I hope we can make that happen someday, you know?
Oh well,
And
unfortunately, I think the lady's already passed.
okay, yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I mean, does it have to be someone that's alive?
No,
Can
no,
I
no,
pick
it doesn't
someone?
doesn't have to be. Just like someone that, you dream you want to have, you know, a duet
Dream,
with.
dream duet, Eartha Kitt, Paper Moon. Mwah. That'd be amazing.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you, Kaz, for sharing your story, sharing your love for music, and sharing
Thank
basically your
you.
beautiful music to us. I really, really,
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. And I actually want to know where I can get your music one day.
uh, probably someday, but yeah, I just like sing covers, but I don't write songs. So
Oh my wordy. We've got some things to do.
yeah, yeah. All right. That's
Thanks. Much
interesting.
love.
Thank you, Cass.
Much
Appreciate
love.
you.
Mwah.